is. It doesn't matter.
I made a lot of money yesterday.
What's that?
I made a lot of money yesterday. I was going to buy a $20,000 car, but I didn't buy it. So I made $20,000 yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Well, I went to a casino and I won $100. I bet 20,000, but I won. The casino gave me $100. So
ergo,
casino's obviously pulling its weight as far as my money goes.
Every gambler I know, by the way, has that selective memory problem where they go, "You want to talk about the time I won $14,000?"
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, if you won 14, you lost 140. Sorry, that's the pattern.
Yeah, I do remember some bad ones. I remember like the worst one was, I think, $60,000. I just had and I had to leave. Like there was no time left. It was the end of there was no getting it back, sitting down, and I went home and just thought about what $60,000 could buy. It was
a very good car. Not the greatest car in the world, not a brand new Escalade, but a pretty fucking good car.
Yeah.
A Land Rover, a bottom of the line new Jaguar.
Yeah. I just threw that away. I drove that car into the lobby of the casino, threw the keys on the seat and said, "Take it. It's yours."
Fuck me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What are you going to do?
Well,
but
Shane
then I've
Smith,
had some great wins.
Back when Vice employees were complaining about their lack of payment, the guy you gambled with him, right? The Vice guy?
Yes.
I did Vice with, and he was just shitting hundreds of thousands of dollars away.
Yeah. I was amazed watching him.
How much do you think he blew?
A lot of Vice's money. Yeah.
What do you think he blew?
In the one night I saw him, he was at my table. It had to be at least a couple of 100,000. Like,
wow.
And that's just in the short time we were hanging out and gambling together. So, I would assume he went through in the 7 digits.
He would take the employees out to some really nice restaurant in New York and get an entire dining room table. And it was the finest wines known to humanity. And the bill would be like 350 grand. This is after I left, of course. No, my Scottish ways would not allow such things. And I would talk to some of the employees there. We remained friends, and they would go, "Yeah, I don't want a $600 bottle of wine. I want money. I'm broke.
Right.
So can I not go to the dinner and then you just give me the $600 that it would have cost me to eat there? I want the money."
That was a good bottle of wine.
Yes.
That very, very expensive bottle of wine. It's like, I don't know. Is it psychological? I don't think it is. I think there's something there that's just really fucking good that they don't do with a $25, $30 bottle of wine.
Well, we'd have to do a taste test. And I hear sommeliers constantly turn down offers to do taste tests because
it disproves, right?
Yes.
It's 50-50, coin toss.
Yeah. Well, you and I had like a $1,500 bottle of wine at least once when we were with that rich guy.
Atlantic City.
Yeah. And it almost seems like you can see the fruit fragments. It seems more like grapey juice.
There's just something about it. Every aspect of it. The way it looks in the light, that ruby red kind of sparkly look. And
the cool old
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. Maybe I don't know shit, but it was pretty fucking good. I don't know if it was worth $5, but that's a good goddamn milkshake.
I think it's psychosomatic. I went to the gym yesterday and I drank my pre-workout and I was like killing it. And I was like, this pre-workout works, man. I'm fucking getting this new pump that I don't normally have. And I'm kind of cheating because everyone else is like, fuck, these are hard. I'm like, no, they're not. Ugh. And then I realized when I got home, I drank the wrong Gatorade. I drank the Gatorade without the pre-workout. So I was like thriving on my pre-workout and I wasn't on anything.
You placeboed yourself.
Yeah, not even caffeine. I didn't have a coffee that day.
Do you know I still have money from our trip, our Atlantic City trip when I won?
Really? That's going to be a bitch to cash in. You mean chips?
Not chips. No, the cash. Yeah, I just use it for because I rarely use cash. So I use it to tip, things like that. Or if somebody's working around the house and, I want to tip them for something, you throw them 100 or so shit. But that was a pretty good win. Look at me trying to explain hey, I've had some good wins.
Yeah. What was that? 11,000 or something?
I think it was 11 or 12,000. Yeah, he keeps putting that up. Thanks, Sean. I love that one.
Well, you don't go to bars, and I think that's where I'm very strict about this. You got to use cash at bars. Bar owners are alcoholics. They're corrupt. They're going to use your credit card. You're going to forget it if there's one of the places that keeps it.
Yeah. There's a new thing though where you just take your phone. They hand you the receipt. You do the code. You go to the site. It's got the price. You put in a tip. Like that's pretty impersonal. That's like airport shit.
Yeah.
Like airports are a whole different animal. The quicker you could get out of there, the better. And they know that. So if you're sitting there waiting for it to come back and give you change for cat, the airport's got no time for that. But I think at a bar, you're right. Yeah. I'd rather
the bartender or the barmaid wants the money.
Yeah, she wants
to go
cash.
home that night with the cash. Yeah.
Exactly.
The airports, airports and sports stadiums, I think part of it is they just don't trust the staff anymore. They're all fucking corrupt. They're illegals. They're whatever. They can't trust them to be holding like a cocktail at Citi Field is $33. That's the same as the nicest bar in Soho.
That's insane.
It's fucking insane.
You pay that for a drink. Girls with big tits better be shoving them in your face to Motley Crue songs.
Yeah. I haven't had a drink in a strip club in a long time, but I remember the crazy ones being like $18.
Yeah.
Not $18
for like a drink. A beer, you're talking like 12.
Yeah.
$12 for a Budweiser. And then if a girl comes over and she's like, "Oh, buy me a drink," and you're like, I want her to rub my dick for a few minutes. That's worth $18. So you buy her a champagne cocktail. And you get what you pay for. What the fuck? It's not like you're going to the game for free. It's not like the game is free, but you got to buy these overpriced drinks.
Yeah. It's becoming cost prohibitive. And I don't think anyone's done the math. Like, I think I told you, I went to a boxing match, Cops versus Firemen, a couple of weeks ago, and the tickets range from $64 to like $150. I think they think Cops and Firemen have tons of money. The place was a third full. So you guys didn't do the supply and demand correctly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't think they're selling any I'm never buying a cocktail at Citi Field ever again. By the way, a cocktail is Tullamore Dew and Sprite.
Ooh, fancy.
How'd you come up with that recipe?
A cocktail.
Yeah.
That is insane. 30. How much was it?
So with my wife and I, the cocktail was like Tullamore Dew, ginger beer, and something else, but they're out of ginger beer, so it was just Sprite. And my wife got, I don't know, some tequila thing that had maybe 2 ingredients. And with tip and everything, it came to like $67.
Holy shit. Could you imagine like somehow you're able to drag somebody from the 50s back to a baseball game today? And while they're just looking like, wow, this is wonderful. Look at all the futuristic conveniences. And then it's like, peanuts. Let me get a beer too. And it's like literally a year's pay for him.
Yeah. I've got 2 bits. What can I get for 2 bits?
2 bits.
Shaving a haircut? Not anymore.
What are all those Negroes doing on the field?
Are they cleaning up? Why are they dressed the same as the players? When I lived in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, I was walking around my hipster neighborhood that has a lot of old 1800s buildings. And I saw this place and I was like, as a cheap person, I was like, finally, that's reasonable. A new deli had opened up. And the coffee was like 50 cents and a bowl of soup was 20 cents. And I was like, wow, it's just soup. It's just coffee. Like finally, these prices are very, very low, but kind of what I always thought was reasonable. And this guy's like, move along, sir. And I'm like, I'm interested in some of these. He goes, this is a set. And it was a set of fucking, what's it called with Steve? Boardwalk Empire. I was on a Boardwalk Empire set.
From the fucking like 20s.
Yeah, they made a deli from the 20s and I was like, top of the morning to you. Can I get one of those? I've got 2, Bob. How much is that, buddy? Can I get one of your soups? Excuse me, there's no soup here, sir. Funny. You're on a set.
Give me a 1/4 pound of your best ham for 3 cents a pound.
Why is everyone wearing derbies in here?
That's hilarious.
You guys look great.
Yeah.
Finally.
There you go. There's Gavin.
Finally, you're not wearing Crocs and pajamas. Someone has some decency. This I like to see.
I'll bet my spats. Those are the cheapest prices in town.
I was 100 years off.
100 years. Oh, is that fantastic?
Oops.
Yeah, they must have. I wonder about those times when I see shows like that or other ones where they have the window of the store and the prices are in there, and the diners where it's like a slice of apple pie, 5 cents.
Yeah.
And not only are the prices so low, but you must have just been weighted down with change all day. Like nothing was $1. Nothing was paper money.
You must have a wheelbarrow after a big night of just fucking coins.
Just how inconvenient to have to walk around with all that fucking change.
Just invent nickel paper and quarter paper so we can fucking not deal with all this bullshit.
Yeah. And then if you did use $1, obviously nothing costs that much. So they're just giving you more fucking change. Yeah. I mean, I remember my dad had his night table always had a shitload of change on it, and they put them in jars and shit like that. And that wasn't even, way back when. And like you still got to go home and empty your pockets. Just walking around with all that fucking weight.
Oh, dude, in Britain and Europe, they have in Britain, they have pound coins, 2 pound coins.
Yeah.
You go out drinking there for a night, your pockets weigh 60 pounds. You have these fucking bulging lead pants on. And then and you go, fuck, I'm broke. I can't. And then you reach down your pants, you go, oh, I have $40. I thought I was broke. Here.
In change. And what is the reason for that? Like, what's the purpose of change in 2025? I just don't understand.
If it's not a quarter for the meter, I just throw it away. I don't want your nickels.
Yeah. Quarter, I would use it. Yeah, the meter or the air thing at a gas station.
Yeah. Quarters
might need to fill your tires up.
Valid.
Quarters are, useful. But if I got like 2 quarters and a dime and a nickel and 3 pennies, I'm taking the quarter and I'm throwing. I throw it into the bushes. I don't even want bums getting it and putting it back in circulation.
I think if you gave a bum 9 dimes, he'd go, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Throw it in your face. He'd be insulted.
What's wrong with you? I just don't want him putting him back in circulation. Like I want him gone forever. So I throw him in the hedges or in a big dirt pile or
That's
something
the way
where
it
they're
works.
just
once they run out of dimes,
circulation.
they'll just go, we don't have any more dimes.
Yeah. Anthony threw them all away.
Anthony got rid of them all. I would outlaw them, but I'm scared of that Superman 3 thing where Richard Pryor gets all the dimes and nickels that we outlawed. And
right. Either Superman 3 or Office Space. One of the others. Same thing. Fractions of a cent.
There we go. See, they don't like it.
Kind of a ploy. No, you don't want that shit.
They want real money.
My